Hi everyone. Haven't been on here in a long time, so I'm going to catch up on what's been going on, and my cat Sophie here is, I guess, going to be in my video as well. I haven't been on here since September, and I thought I couldn't sleep, and I know some of you have been asking what's been happening with me, so I figured I'd fill you in. Wow, lots happened since September. I was doing pretty good. And then around Thanksgiving, I think that was probably the first day that I noticed things going downhill. Um, by Christmas, I remember my family coming over for dinner, and I didn't even really do the cooking. I just had to have my house clean and serve everybody, and I could barely get through it. I was real weak again, a lot of pain. Um, I just, couldn't pay attention to anything and was really depressed. Just a lot of the neurologic symptoms were coming back, and numbing and tingling, and all that jazz. And the migraine headaches were just becoming chronic again. So I had spoke to my doctor, and during that time I was still doing the homeopathic medicine, and I was on an oral antibiotic. But due to the co-infections that I've had, and as of now I have 4 that she has found. She had found 2 more over the past year. So I have the Bartonella, the Babesia, the Mycoplasma, and the Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever. Um, we're not, I think 2 of them at this point are in remission, but we've really been dealing with the Bartonella and the Babesia lately. Babesia has been my bugger. I just can't get rid of it. I mean, we pretty much tried everything. Um, and when I saw my doctor, I literally had walked into her office with my cane, and she knew it was pretty bad that I was using my cane again, because I hadn't used that in probably close to 4 or 5 months. So she knew it's something needed to be drastically done. So her and I spoke, and it was funny, but I walked in, not funny, but I walked into her office, and she just took the vial of medicine and stuck it in my face and didn't say a word, and I knew right then and there what that vial was, and it was the IV Restefan. So I pretty much knew at that point I was going back on IV. Needless to say, I was trying to be strong, but the more she was talking about what she wanted to do in the next couple of months with my treatment, I just looked at my mom, and I broke down in front of her. I really tried not to cry. You try to be strong, but it just like hit me. I was going to go through the IV again, and I had done it for a year and 6 months, and I did see some improvement, but not as much as I had. It was different then because I was seeing a different doctor. She, didn't incorporate the homeopathic stuff, which I really do think does a lot for me. So basically, she said, I'm going to do the IV, and we're really going to hit you hard with artemisinin again and a bunch of other homeopathic stuff. So I was pretty prepared. At least I thought I was. But then once I started the treatment, I think I was kind of in denial about it. I wasn't dealing with it well. I had gotten home that night after finding out. I had to go back on IV. My husband was absolutely in shock. He said it was the last thing he expected. He knew I was bad, but he didn't expect her to put me on IV again. But I know my doctor, and she won't necessarily do it unless she feels it's needed. So I trusted her. So, but the next 8 weeks were really tough. I didn't deal with it well this time around. I think last time um, I was emotionally prepared. At least, I dealt with it a lot easier, I should say, emotionally. I think this time around, because I had had those couple months of being independent and feeling like I, had some kind of back, even cooking dinner for your husband and things like that, which, a lot of people tend to take that stuff for granted, but just being able to be independent and like drive again, and it was really tough to deal with that again and admit that I had to slow down, and I couldn't push myself, and I literally was pushing myself. I mean, I was acting, excuse my cat here, I definitely did not have a huge Herx reaction. It wasn't until the 3rd, 4th week, and I just was you know, really, really bad. Like everything you can think of, the tremors, everything came out. Um, on a positive note, towards the end, my sweating had stopped from the babesia. You know, a lot of things were disappearing. My 8 weeks was up last week, and when I went to see her, I had a feeling she was going to still keep me on it because I had only had maybe 3 good days in 8 weeks, and I'd say half decent days. So, you know, I knew she was going to keep me on it. And so she said, you know, we're going to change your midline again, and, you know, whatever. We're going to keep you on for another 4 weeks, see how you are. So, you know, I came home, was doing my thing, and I had a bit of problems that week getting the midline in. That was a nightmare. You know, I had problems before with my veins, but this one particular day last week was just really, really tough. They tried getting the midline in, and my nurse stuck me about 5 times. She tried the head block, she tried the midline, and you know, a lot of the reason we're not doing the PICC line is because we've completely paid out of pocket for everything. My home care, my antibiotics, and this is both times around, not just this time with IV, last time too. In fact, if it wasn't for my parents, you know, I don't know what we would do because they're helping us, and you know, very thankful to them. So anyway, had problems with the midline. I was contemplating PICC line. I was contemplating even a port. Um, so had a nurse come out and they gave me a break over the weekend. She came out on Monday. I drank so much water. I even took a nice hot shower, and it seemed to work a bit. Sorry, I've got my lovely cat hair all over me. um, it seemed to work, and she was getting blood every time, just like Friday, but we still couldn't thread the catheter through. Um, they tried and tried. They finally got it in. Didn't get it all the way in, but got it in enough that I could do my medicine. So that was this past Monday, and I started my medicine back again on Tuesday. At this point, I had missed 3 doses because of getting the midline in, so I was definitely stressed out because I knew it was helping. I was feeling much better over the weekend. I had 4 good days in a row, which has never happened, not even the last time I was on IV. I don't know if it's because she's doing therapy right, so I don't know if that's it because it's just, you know, a lot of a stronger dose that I'm getting. Um, So anyway, I saw that reaction, so I was really petrified being off those couple of days and missing those 3 doses that I felt I really needed. But Tuesday came and I started up the IV again, and didn't you know it, I herked real bad Tuesday and Wednesday, and it literally was like, you know, seconds after I did my IV. So I'm taking that as a good sign. I think it's really killing everything. I'm hoping this will be a positive outcome. So anyway, that's with that. I have 4 more weeks of antibiotics. I'll keep you updated on that. I did have some good news, which I had mentioned months ago that my husband and I were talking about having a family, but we have chosen not for me to get pregnant due to, you know, some issues with the Lyme disease. I don't really want to carry the baby. I'm worried about my own health, and I'm also worried about the risk of the baby getting sick. So we have opted for surrogacy, and my aunt has offered to do it, which is an amazing thing, and we're really excited. We got checked out. My husband and I were good to go, all set for IVF, which is a little scary but exciting. And my aunt has her appointment next week, so I will keep you updated on that. Really looking forward to being a mom. I'm scared, but I'm excited. So I will talk to you soon. Thanks.